Hey everyone, it's Armor Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. It is time to go over the PvP Galactic Tournament 6 mid-season usage data. Let's see who are the top monsters as of the mid-season, the final season of the Galactic era. Who knows what's to come in the following season. Alright, so of course this is one of my favorite videos to make. Shout out to Monster Legends Competitive Wiki for putting this together. I imagine there's not going to be too much of a change. The reality is 99.999% of monsters are unusable because there's a few mechanics that are too broken and powerful. One, obviously, is the Pierce mechanic. The fact that it can literally bypass everything is just too crazy powerful. And it's kind of funny because now you see SP introducing more nerfed-like abilities. Cold Blood is essentially Pierce, right? You can bypass taunts and megatons, but you can't bypass evasion. So it's a nerfed version of it, right? If a monster has Phantom, you can't target it as well. What did we recently got? We recently got something that was very similar. I guess like evasion and then like space time. It's the same thing, right? Evasion, protection against everything. Space time, it's just that pure protection. We have like, man, what just got released? I feel like something just got released. Anticipation? Instead of like something that blocks the anticipation trait. Anticipation, yeah, that's what we recently got. So it's interesting to see what SP is going to release and what eventually will counter these mechanics. Or does every single monster need to have Pierce? Is there going to be a monster that, like, at the start of the battle, all Pierce effects are negated, all Pierce traits are negated for 1 or 2 turns? Like, is that going to be the only way to counter it? Because that's the reason why the meta is unchanged. Anticipation is obviously also powerful, but whatever. Let's go through this. Sorry, there's some background noise. It looks like there's people doing some work. Alright. So here we are again for another usage data blog. Also, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I know this is being put up just after Thanksgiving, but I figured it's so relatively close that I can still say Happy Thanksgiving. I can say Merry Christmas too. By the way, if you follow me on Discord, I have not once changed my Christmas hat on my profile pic. It's just a funny little thing I have going on. Ooh, and the noise is getting louder. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't distract too much. Alright, Merry Christmas. Peeking their heads around the corner. Now about ML, I'll just give a small brief thoughts about the early part of the season so far. It's alright. Voltic Redeemed, I really like personally. No doubt the best monster in superheroes now for sure. So happy he ended in that restrict. I have to rank him for that alone. The Great Cthulhu looks like a lot of fun. Pretty flexible. Skills deal a lot of damage for Denier. Solid deniability. Even Cold Blood axes. Figured I might rank him in the future for fun. See how I like him in battle. I feel like I feel some stuff about Immunoid. I like some stuff about Immunoid, like his random protections and other stuff. I wasn't a big fan of him. Give him Kirinda's Heart for Nern, he can be decent. The rest, let's be honest, about as good as the past few seasons. I don't understand why SP race monsters are no good. It's gonna not make people want to do a lot of laps for it, other than for like clout and pride and like you need to get X number of laps. Some monsters are just not worth the resources and the time. Like that's the time to take a break from ML and just relax and enjoy yourself. Too many mediocre monsters with the occasional awesome one. Looking forward a bit for the tails though. So far I like what I've seen with Grateful Ted. I'm a fan of tanks and he's another solid status caster Megataunt. Taunt status caster Megataunt. One to add to my collection. Well, that's about it. Okay, so for those of you new to the way this works, basically they take a look at the top 100 monsters, the top 100 players in PvP, and they count how many monsters are being used for offense and defense, and they tally them up, and that's how we get essentially the meta, right? The PvP meta. War is a totally different animal because you can strategize and it's way different. So this is just strictly PvP. Alright, A stands for monsters used for offense, D stands for monsters used for defense, T is the total count. And this time around, the ratio of players with pay-to-play Galactics with those none is 68 to 32. I feel like this is lower than we've seen. Interesting. Pretty large gap. Once again, probably because this whole era isn't really felt that necessary to get the pay-to-play monsters outside of a few, and mostly for the talents. Yeah, it's always the talents. The free-to-play stuff this era has been quite good, whereas the pay-to-play stuff hasn't been important, especially the more that older eras become available. Just recently for the Black Friday events, the Blossoms were finally put on sale for 299 gems, or around 134 to 114 sell shop. Okay, I recently just got Enhancer and started getting sales for Nadia. Soon I'll completely gets awesome. Yeah, I will say one of the cool thing about like SP releasing these newer eras is they are making previous paywall monsters just obtainable, like relatively easily. So, let us scroll down. The Heavies. These are monsters that have 40 more players using them. Alright, so number 1 in first place is good old Cherub Cupid with a total of 71 players using them. That is 7/10 players. 25 for offense, 46 on defense. So he's more of a defense dominator, not so much offense. It's probably because he can run like Spirit of Destiny. I think that's what players are using on defense. I run that on mine for offense. Galvanist, of course, anticipation. Literally the moment you unit extra turn skill, Galvanist goes and he gives his whole team cleansing. So all negative effects are gone, all dots are gone, and he gives the whole team anticipation. Super annoying. Not to mention if you have a Megaton monster in your team and you let Galvanist goes, he hits you with that 30% removal. But since you have Megaton, it's a 90% removal. So super easily can kill your Megaton monster and then that cleansing capabilities. Not to mention Revival Relic, Revival Relic. Alright, so we have Piers, we have Anticipation, Elvira Demon Slayer. She's just annoying because she gives the whole team evasion. She gives the whole team immune to torture. Her support skills are quite good. The first support skill she'll do is cleanse and immune to torture. So I think she can also do, what is it, the photophobic shield or the firephobic shield. She's definitely a monster that I run into a lot. You'll notice that it's all light. I wonder if SP is going to make like a dark meta to counteract these light monsters. Then again, they'll have the elemental advantage, so maybe not. I don't know what's going to beat them, what's going to counter them. We need a metal meta. Alright, speaking of dark monster, we have Shadow at 49. Ooh, almost tied with that of Elvira Demon Slayer. You'll notice this monster dominates on offense with 36. This is the highest so far. So more players using Shadow on offense, and you know why? Light monster, 46 on defense, 31, 24. Guess what? This monster has a light hater turn transfer skill, so you can very easily turn transfer into an attacker and decimate everyone. Personally, I used to use Ammonia, now I use Shadow, and I will just turn transfer into Serpentex. Usually Serpentex and OTK, all 3 enemy monsters, they come back to life, and then Shadow's Essence kills them. Or if they don't die when they attack me, and then Vata Magma triggers or whatever, like they end up dying. So it's relatively easy to just turn transfer and like boom. So the only annoying thing is if the enemy is running the Shock Beast, but like if I want to, I can just do Shadow, 3 speed, Elvira Demon Slayer, all team speed, and then a Serpentex, like 2 strength team speed. I'll go first, I won't have the shock, and I can just turn transfer immediately. So yeah, that's how that works. Alright, let us scroll down. K911, I feel like this monster has got a huge jump. He didn't have this much usage, but now he's at 47 total, 28 on offense, 19 on defense. I've started ranking mine up in the rank up survival dungeon. I'm ranking him up. I'm ranking up Fropsy for allowing me to torture, taunting capabilities. But yeah, look at that. It used to be Shadow and Ammonia right next to each other, but now K9 is like, nope, I want to jump in there. So he's at 47. Yeah, so second most popular offensive monster, yeah, with 28 usage. Oh, sorry, third place now because Ammonia is at 34. So if players are using Shadow, they're using Ammonia. Top on defense, 46. So let's review: light, fire, light thunder, light, fire, dark, fire. I think it's just fire. I'm not sure if it's fire metal, and then magic. All right, Serpentex is down to 36. He's no longer in the plus 40 category, but also popular offensive monsters I mentioned. I use him. 12 on defense, 36 total. Lamuna has that 31 on defense. I actually haven't run into her too much, or if I have, I probably just like OTK her. But she has that cold blood and then she can deny, so that's always super annoying, right? Can bypass and deny. Uriel is at 2213. It's hard to run Uriel. I can see why he's mostly on offense, not so much on defense. Again, if you OTK, he's light, by the way, light on earth. If you OTK him, and super easy with the Serpentex or with the Cherub Cupid, and he comes back to life and you have Shadow's Essence, that dark damage is just hurting him so much. So I can see why he's dropped. The King is 26 on defense. He's the Megaton monster. I mean, phenomenal. Replaced Pangoliath. Poor Pango. He also has 50% damage return or damage mirror, so he can get annoying if you don't have Pierce. Mother Talika at a whopping 17. She has Revival, support. Raris at 13. Maggie. There's the Walking Dead monsters. Where have they been? Maggie's one of the best monsters that got released from The Walking Dead. Too bad players can't really utilize them. I imagine if she was easy to get, Elvira Demon Slayer's numbers would be lower, because Maggie basically does that. Immune to torture at the start of battle, evasion at the start of the battle, but her skill set is just like crazy. She has so much to choose from. Forge Labs is at triple damage. Neradia, trait disabling. Immune to torture, Algata, triple damage. That's just a me monster. Caro, another Walking Dead monster. Kanakro, dodge area. Teddy Bomb, dodge area. Pango, Megatons. Great Cthulhu, good to see him. I wonder if we'll see more of him. And then we scroll down. And yeah, oh, there's Fropsy right there. I think that this monster has Pierce Grenade. Yeah, but oh, the Lord Heyman. Yeah, but that's essentially it. Yeah, the majority of these monsters don't matter too much. This is that top that we're super interested in. So guys, let me know what you think about the mid-season Galactic Tournament 6 usage data. To me, I think the most interesting is that K911. Yeah, any thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. I will put a link to the blog if you want to see it for yourself. Once again, huge shout out to Monster Legends Competitive Wiki for putting this together. And as always, remember to subscribe.